Michelle Lee, fashion design. I got involved in fashion when I was 8 years old. My father is British, and he has always been into art history, and so he always took me to museums when I was a kid. He introduced me to Alexander McQueen, who is my inspiration for fashion design in the first place, and I fell in love with his aesthetic, and since I was 8 years old, I was doing really bad sketches, and they looked pretty horrible, but in my head, I imagined what they could be, and since then, I just have always been sketching, and I'm still learning a lot about the construction, so it's a little bit more difficult for me. The illustration, I think, might come a little bit more easier, and I can just put down on paper what's in my head without having to go through all the construction part first. It's kind of the most creative part, I think, of it. My biggest achievement to date was probably when I was working at BP this summer, having an internship. They asked all the interns to create a 5-look collection for their spring 2014 line, and out of all the interns, I was chosen to have my pieces be created for spring 2014. I would love to have my own line one day, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to try and get as many internships as possible in all the different fields that I'm interested in, so that way I can kind of figure it out. I think beauty comes in a lot of different shapes, sizes, and skin tones and personalities, and I think the fashion world is kind of blind right now to just have the same type of skinny white model go down the runway for every show. It kind of just makes the clothes not come to life anymore. This year actually was the first year that a plus-size fashion designer was ever allowed to be shown at New York Fashion Week. It's still unknown if that was really tokenism or if it was progression. I think it will show in later years if it was actually a step forward in the right direction.